you are doing the thing. It's Ramble Radio time, everybody. But Eddie, you would like to say something, of course, about Ramble Radio.
I would, and thank you for giving me this platform. It's also video.
Also video. That's true. But, I think the pundits would say it's mainly radio.
Right. But there's a grassroots movement saying video.
Video.
And I think we need to listen to the grassroots.
Yeah. I mean, and look, this is 323, a palindrome.
Ooh, Ramble Radio.
So
and an area code. Also an area code.
Palindrome and area code.
And an area code.
We want to do something special for palindromes, but first, you think it's just you and I today?
Yeah, of course.
Well, we have company fresh off. I mean, he's having a rough one. The Oath Keeper guy just got 18 years.
Twitter Spaces fell apart yesterday.
The Texas Attorney General was just forced to walk. Cody Villafaña, everybody. Cody, I'm sorry, buddy. It's been a rough day in the alt-right world. I don't know how you're taking this. It's
the presidential launch was just so, I was just tearing my hair out the whole time. I just couldn't believe it.
Right.
But the speech you gave Stuart Rhodes to give to the judge at his sentencing, that was
tears. Not a dry eye in the house.
Some of your best work.
Thank you.
It really was.
Thank you.
And now you think it's just the three of us.
What?
What?
I know! We have a very special guest to the Ramble. One of my dear friends since, my God, since when I started comedy. Please welcome the one and only Cristela Alonzo, everyone!
I can't believe I'm here!
Look at this!
I'm here!
Cristela, who has a Netflix special, Middle Classy, that you can watch right now. I mean, watch this first.
After this.
But then...
Let's finish this.
Right. She has a book called Music to My Years. You can go read that after this, too.
Oh, if you're into reading, I don't know. It might get banned after. I'm not.
Not in Florida. I can't believe that. That's going to make Ron's list. What are you going to be? Is that almost going to be like a badge of honor if your book gets banned by Ron DeSantis in Florida? Will you wear that as a badge of honor?
Yes, because I think that getting your book banned in Florida is the new. You got your blue check mark. It's like that's the cool thing.
It's how you're verified now.
It's Carson inviting you over to sit down after your set.
It's the Carson nod.
The Carson nod.
I love to be in the company of me and Maya Angelou.
Yeah, right. Yeah, it's not bad company. Look, it's so. Man, how you doing, Cristela? How's it going?
Good. I have a cold right now.
What?
I'm actually, this is the most active I've been.
Look at this.
All week.
Look at this, man. We'll take it. We're honored.
I'm gonna do it.
Oh yes, look at this. And now we got to fill you in a little bit. Cody, who you've just met.
Yes.
He's the alt-right home wrecker. Just so you know this about Cody. He's been fucking Marjorie Taylor Greene.
He's been linked to Marjorie Taylor Greene.
Linked. And
Unconfirmed.
Unconfirmed. Might be the reason old Lauren Boebert is getting a divorce too. No, we're just saying. Yeah.
Give you the chapstick? Did you get as a gift? Date night? Out to Chili's?
Chili's!
Back ribs and a chapstick?
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Wait, can we ask how many dumps at a Chili's has Marjorie Taylor Greene taken? Can we just go ahead and figure this? All of them. Oh, could you imagine her just clearing out that the four tables next to the restrooms are like, oh god, what the fuck is happening in there?
She's like shitting for freedom.
Yeah.
Just salsa shits all night long.
Oh god. Oh man. So Cristela and I, God, we've known each other since pretty much we both started stand-up.
Yes.
Like I'd maybe started a couple of years before you, but I was still barely, and I was still like when Cristela came on, I was so because there's a club called the Back Door in Dallas. It sounds like a gay bar, but it's not. It sounds very much like a gay.
What else would you name a gay bar?
It was
like a bar that would be in one of the police
academies.
Yeah, the Blue Goose. What was it?
Blue Oyster.
The Blue Oyster. The Blue Oyster. Yeah. The blue, yeah, and I was so happy because like, oh my god, someone my age, because at the time I was like the youngest. Like and everyone was like 40 and I was like 19 and then it was and we've been buddies ever since. And here, can I just, Cristela, I hope you don't mind, I'm gonna brag about you. I'm gonna gloat about.
Okay.
All right, this is what, can I just show you guys what happens when you go video game hunting.
Oh, I heard this story.
With
You called me as soon as it
Alonzo.
happened.
Like, I just come home with this rare ass Nintendo thing. Look at this thing. The fucking NES Game Boy. It just.
That's beautiful.
Fucking the Japanese Legend of Zelda. It's just.
Yes.
And she's like, I'm just like, oh, that would. I'm like, oh, that looks pretty cool. That looks pretty cool. And she's like, okay, yeah, we're tab at it.
And you got the GameCube, right? Jerry told me about the GameCube.
She got the rare Panasonic Japanese only. I'm telling you.
What do I need to get it fixed? What do I need more? Like I forgot. It's like
you need to unlock the region thing so you can play the American discs on it, and I think you need the laser.
Let me tell you,
and the laser.
I have had a lot of people split on that. Some people don't want me to unlock the region, and they want me to keep it as is.
Oh yeah.
So I'm like, do I unlock the region on the Panasonic GameCube, or like I want to play American, but also like, do we keep it as it should be? Keep it Japanese.
You know, if you just play like those shooters, doesn't matter if they're Japanese. The language doesn't. You just press A and fire, and that's it. So. I mean, it is cool to keep it. Eddie, what would you do? Let's take it around.
I don't know. Because if you got to pop it open, right? To hack it.
And
I already popped it open.
It's been popped.
You know, we already popped it open because the disc wasn't coming out, the disc tray, and
Right.
I had that fixed. And now there's something else that was going on with it. I can't even remember.
It was something with the laser, I think.
Yes, it was the laser.
The laser. Yep.
Yes.
What was funny, real quick, when the guy popped it open, we were at a retro game swap meet in Burbank, and you didn't even see half it because Cristela went to an ATM machine. Remember this? And when you were you went to get a glass of water. When you were gone, just got a bottle of water, ATM machine. Like people were walking up to this Panasonic GameCube like they just had a Beetle. Like someone just sat Paul McCartney on a table.
Paul McCartney's head is on a table.
Yeah, it just took Ringo's severed head and stuff. Everyone was like, oh my God, is that it? And it's so that's one of the reasons. Here's the other thing too. This is your first GameCube.
Remember that day?
Yeah.
You're the one that found it.
Yes.
So I showed up to the game swap meet. Like I showed up 15 minutes after you?
Yeah, 15 minutes. Yep.
Right away, you were like, I think I have something.
Yes.
Like
my buddy Red, who actually had the booth, I know him through those swap meets. We're like swap meet pals. Does that make sense? And so he always has the craziest shit, but I've never seen him have anything that intense. Right. And so when I saw it, I'm like, Cristela. And had you been a little later, I was going to call you and be like, what do you think about? I was going to FaceTime it. Like, do I tell him to hold this? And you got there. It was, because that thing is amazing. Now, Eddie, what do you say? Pop it? Do you unlock it or do you keep it as?
I mean, is it already technically devalued because it's been popped open?
Nah, you put it back together, no one would tell.
Well, then if you change the coding, is it a permanent thing, or can you just switch it back?
See, I don't know.
Are you actually doing something where you're physically changing it?
Well, the guy has to fuck it. That's the weird part.
Okay.
The repairman has to fuck it. That's
right.
part of the process.
They said that page was missing from the instructions.
Okay.
But whatever, we'll go with it.
We'll do it.
And does that add or take away from the value?
It depends on who the repair guy is.
Right.
If it's
Dwayne Johnson, you want that jizz in there.
yeah, you want it's good. It's
Cube.
the rock cube. So Eddie, so you would say if it doesn't harm it, do it. The resale value.
I mean, do you plan on reselling or just enjoying it yourself? Like
I say enjoy it.
Then I would say switch it and enjoy it.
Yeah.
I think that's where I'm at. But again, can you switch it back later if you want to resell? See that I don't know.
You know what? I mean, that's a question. That's a question for listeners. We have to.
Yes, ramble at theramblepod.com. And then, and then my other, this is the Panasonic GameCube that was only released in Japan. Very rare. And she actually, you got a killer deal on that too. It goes for a lot more if you've seen like it. And it was in the controller was in perfect shape. And I'm going to be the little devil on your shoulder though. Here's the thing.
You always are. You always are. Go.
Here's why you made an argument against unlocking it is that could be for show, and then you just go get another GameCube to play games on. Like you.
That's
true. If you want to,
Remember, I was gonna get a GameCube.
That's right. That's right.
So you know what?
Because that's like $100, right? It's $60, $70.
GameCubes aren't that. We gotta take Cristela to Toys versus Games, Eddie.
I know. I got.
Oh my God, you would love this place.
What is it?
It's first real quick, Cody Villafana. Unlock it or keep it as is, the GameCube.
Oh, I think you do whatever you want with it.
Wow.
I'm a very mild collector of things, and I think people get too precious about.
Boy, Mr. Alt-Right has spoken. Do whatever you want. Grab it by the pussy. You can do whatever you want to.
When you're famous, they let you.
When you're famous, the GameCube's let you.
That's really what I meant. Yeah, thank you.
When you're famous, they let you.
So... Cristela, and that's true. To that point, you could Me Too so many systems right now if you wanted to. You could Me Too in a...
I mean, a swap meet's like a teen pageant for you.
Yeah.
You just walk around there.
It's like fucking it.
But going back, when I'm with people, especially like when it comes to gaming or collectibles like that, pop culture stuff or anything, if I already have it or somebody gets excited about it, I want them to have it.
Right. That's how I'm the same way.
You know what I mean? It's like, I have no problem with it because it's like, it's so cool. How cool is it to live in a time where we can actually do that in our 40s and stuff?
Yes.
Just go back and get all that shit.
All the shit we wanted. Like, because if you grew up 100 years ago, a wooden horse is what you get excited about collecting in your 40s. Those fucking losers, like they had nothing. They had nothing.
They had a fucking cup and a string and a ball.
That's it.
Absolutely. There's a grandmother telling her daughter, like telling her grandkids, "This is the first time I voted." It's it's like, is it?
Is it really? So
Actually, you know what's funny? I'm sitting around and I notice that I have a lot of random shit around me.
Oh, nice.
And I just realized that I have this Super Mario watch.
Oh, look at this!
And that's from Japan. Look at that.
Damn!
Cool.
With the old Famicom color scheme. That's incredible.
What up? We ate
wow.
it. We ate it. But I also have this random Lego book light.
Because that's amazing.
It's like I'm in an episode. My WrestleMania belt is over here. The big one. But,
I have a tauntaun with Captain Marvel on it.
I mean, look at it.
So there you go.
Hey, Eddie, can you show look at Eddie's son's Colton's Legos? Look at all of those.
Cool. That setup is so cool.
It's the Battle of Exegol up there.
Oh my! It is.
It is amazing.
I love that.
Which is
we
crazy.
ran out of shelf room, so we had to hang them on the ceiling.
That's a brilliant idea.
And
I have a bunch of things.
Yeah.
I want to do that. I have the big Millennium Falcon that I have.
Yeah.
Oh, the big giant. Oh, wow.
The big. But my plan was to like put it up.
Yeah.
Thanks, heavy.
You know, but I know that's what I'm wondering. You know, it's like.
Now, I'm sorry I hope I don't embarrass Cody here, but Eddie, that's the Battle of Exegol behind you, right?
Yes.
But that is that you had to take the tattoo on Cody's back, right? That's what you base that off.
This is specifically based on Cody's back. We even did a cool thing too, because Cody has the Daily Bugle on his back.
That tattoo.
And we added that, even though it doesn't fit in the Battle of Exegol. Wow. We added the Daily Bugle just because I wanted the true representation of Cody's back.
All the tattoos that Cody had. The only thing you're missing, of course, are all the lyrics to all the songs from the Transformers 86 movie soundtrack that Cody has tattooed on his body as well. The only thing. And Cristela also got a super... Oh, did I show you my my fancy pants Nintendo 64. I got the Donkey Kong Jungle Green.
That's a TVG. I was there when you got that.
Yeah, this was that. We got that at Toys Versus. So Toys Versus Games is a store near Long Beach.
Okay.
Right, but dude, it is in like Eddie is calling it the Hood. Even that's like an insult to the Hood to call this place where
I wouldn't go there after 3 p.m.
Yeah, like it is.
Yeah, but you're white.
I know.
That's
if
true.
if I was a little darker, maybe 5 p.m. But
5 p.m.
as white as I am, 3 p.m. is my cutoff.
I would say at 9 p.m.
I don't like this is like I don't even if you're in this neighborhood I wouldn't even be worried. I would be worried about mythical creature. Like I would be worried about werewolves or zombies. Like that's how rough this. No, but it's not even rough. It's just it's in like a dying downtown of like a small city,
It's
right,
dead.
Eddie?
It's
like
dead.
it already died.
It died.
A monster hood is hilarious.
It's a monster hood. How great with it, right? You want to talk bad part of town. You want to talk bad.
The bad mummies, the bad vampires, the bad zombies. Like, they've seen some shit.
The hood rat zombies. Yes, yeah, that's the Chola zombies. Cristela, that's a movie.
I want to like eat your brains and stuff.
Yeah. No, but it's just like I'm like super hungry and like you got brains and I want to eat them.
I'm not hungry, but I'll have a little bit of your brain, okay?
The Chola
zombie on a
zombie.
date. I'm not hungry, so I'll just cook it.
Oh fuck, that's perfect. You would love, but so toys. It's this little toy store right next to like a hair salon and like a convenience store. And the dude, he's the coolest guy. Massive Dallas Cowboys fans. Let's hear it for those Cowboys! All right, Cowboys! Woo! Woo! All right. Anyway, so
every year, this is our year.
This is our year, Eddie.
This is
Eddie,
our year this year.
this is our year. Yeah. This is our year, Eddie.
It's
no,
not your
nothing.
year.
It is.
You're out in the first round if you make it in.
Eddie's
Mike
from
McCarthy's calling plays. You guys are fucked.
Eddie's from DC, Cristela.
Not being from Texas.
I know
God.
exactly.
Okay.
I'm from Virginia. We're almost as backwards as you guys.
Sure, that's actually not bad.
It's not too bad. It's too bad.
You guys are at the point where you're banning pamphlets. You're gross.
You're banning pamphlets. Not even we're done with books.
I know, we're not at the book.
We're banning pamphlets. Oh God! Yeah, and so this place it's literally what you would think. Toys versus games. He's got nothing but old action figures and old video games, and it's a tiny storefront, right, Eddie?
Yeah.
Like it's a small, but he has everything.
He did a TurboGrafx 16 in the box.
In the box, he's got like, and then one time we were there and I'm like, hey Tony, he's a sweetheart of doom. I'm like, can I use the bathroom? He goes, yeah, man, to the back. I go to the back and there's like a wall of just Wii's.
Yeah,
he's just had like.
He's got all the lost Wii's
that have ever been. It's like he has, and he tells the greatest stories. Like so. He was at a garage sale. We got to go garage sailing with this guy too. He was at a garage sale near Long Beach, and he showed me the video. And he goes, "Look, bro, I saw this." And he opens up. He goes, "I found a thing that just held business cards." I was like, "Oh, okay." And he goes, "Yeah." And I was like, "Well, I don't need this, but it was a nice looking leather, kind of journal that holds business cards." So I opened it up, and there was one thing in there. It was a TurboGrafx 16 game called Magical Chase, which is worth about $5,000 loose.
Get out! Shut up!
And he goes, "Hey, how much for the buy?" And they go, 10 cents. And so he gave him the dime, and he has, what was in was a holy grail of game, and he has. I know
He's got so many of those.
He's got so many of those. Like
why have you never told me about this place already?
Because I'm not a good friend. I just realized I'm a bad friend. It was.
I want you to give me back all that shit.
All right, fine. Shit,
I'm giving it to Eddie.
Yeah. All right, Eddie's getting all this. Eddie, you're getting all this. Fine. Oh, look.
Oh my God,
another Cristela grab. Look at that. The Japanese Super Mario Brothers. Look.
Did you tell Cristela the story of how we were robbed at a Game Dude for Halloween? Speaking of that poster, it's right behind you.
What happened?
All right.
Wow.
Okay.
It's rough.
Shit. This is
It's a rough story.
We're dredging up some Ramble. Okay, so it was Halloween, and Game Dude, Cristela.
I know Game Dude.
They were having a costume
We used to
contest.
love Game Dude.
We used to love it.
Game Dude.
And the winner got, what was it, Eddie? $500 gift certificate, $100, something like that.
I think it was $100, $100 gift certificate.
We didn't even place in the top 3. Starman and the Amazon from NES Pro Wrestling. Nothing.
That's amazing. Oh, what won? What won? That's
Some
amazing.
little 5-year-old
the
dressed like
Hedgehog.
Sonic in a store-bought Sonic the Hedgehog outfit.
No.
Are you fucking with those two guys in the middle of the
No,
night?
you're
You're not
not.
fucking with those two.
No, you're not.
That's a really fucking great costume.
Thank you.
That
and-
is really sweet.
Just
Yes.
robbed Starman and the Amazon.
Robbed.
Oh, and
Brutal.
then hold on. I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna hold on, Eddie.
That still hurts.
It a lot.
It still
It
hurts.
does. Look, I don't even know Halloween of what year, but it's May.
Right. Right.
It's still in there fresh.
Oh, it still
It's
hurts.
right there.
It's as fresh as the hot rolls from Golden Corral.
Oh, Golden Corral. I don't. I miss Cracker Barrel, not Golden Corral.
Whoa.
You take-
Love
you-
yourself
no.
more. Love yourself more.
Golden Corral, there's so many more options.
I know, but Cracker Barrel's got the cornbread, the really good cornbread. But Golden Corral, dude, there is a Golden Corral in Laredo that has the best barbacoa on the fucking planet.
Get out.
Like, they just took over. Whoever the chef was like, all right, fuck it. We're throwing barbacoa on this, too. That's what I love about Mexicans is we will just take it. Like, McDonald's in Laredo has barbacoa. Like, we got, fuck this.
Like, when I go back, I just went to Luby's. I don't want to brag.
Woo! The good old days! Luby's!
You found one of the ones
fish?
left.
Yeah.
You know that my family grew up on the cafeteria style food and everything.
Yes,
We were talking
same.
about how much we missed furs.
Furs!
They closed all the furs out
I
during the
know.
lockdown. And we were talking about how we used to go to Furs and we used to go to Wyatt's Cafeteria. And
Wyatt's.
Wyatt's Cafeteria, there's one location left in Houston. And guess who's playing the Improv in September? But it's this thing where you're right. Every time I go home, you'll go to these, you can go to chain restaurants.
Yes.
It's like, hey, why do you have chorizo?
Right. Burger King doesn't have chorizo. What is going on?
I don't even understand that. And they're like, are you going to tell?
Exactly. You're not going to rat us out. Dude, that's so true. And one last thing. Eddie and I, let's take it a step further. We walked into Game Dude, Cristela, in those outfits.
Walked in.
And I
Never
had,
broke character. Never broke
and
character.
I had a speaker with me.
Yes.
And I was playing this as we walked in. Look at Eddie. He's just the pain in his eyes, the heartbreak in his face.
Okay, but I have to ask. So,
Yeah.
what did other people that didn't judge this fucking magic think? I mean, were they freaking out? They must.
It was kind of dead, but we got some thumbs up, and then so later on, one of the employees came to one of my shows at the Nightcap, Eddie, and
Oh, yeah.
and
Yeah, I
he
remember.
told me, he's like, y'all got robbed. He goes, I was pushing for you guys, I was lobbying, and we're like, yeah, we got.
I don't know.
Andrea just.
I
walked
don't
in.
know
Hi,
how we
honey.
didn't get top 3. How do you not
At
place?
least top 3. Get the fuck out of here. We got nothing. We got 0. And then Andrea fucked the guy who won right in front of
Yeah.
me.
Oh,
Just
God.
what? No, it wasn't a kid. So, yeah, you're right. Never mind.
It was a kid dressed as Hedgehog.
Sorry.
Sonic.
She deflowered him. She's like, "Look, I'm making him a man. He's earned it."
Sonic is growing up tonight.
Sonic. Sonic becomes a man.
You guys, I'm part of the Pixar family, and I feel uncomfortable.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Oh shit, that's right.
Sorry. We're breaking the morality clause.
What's really weird is that you didn't really do a different voice for Cruz. So this is the raunchiest talk Cruz has been a part of it.
Cruz belongs in the monster hood. use that or not.
Who cares? Are they cool? Like they have to be. Like I want. Like that's actually just made me think of something. Like when you take on that role, like let's say when Cars 3 was in theaters, right? Yeah. Is it like pro wrestling, like before everyone knew it was fake, when Vince McMahon couldn't have the hero and the villain have dinner together in public? Are you held to a certain like PG standard, like while the film is airing or anything like that?
Always am. They actually
wow.
There is a thing where they say that like when they start thinking about certain actors for certain roles, they'll Google their names.
Yeah.
See what comes up on the first page.
Wow.
And if it's too raunchy, they'll kind of disregard you because kids will Google you.
Yeah.
So if kids Google you and they see all this stuff on the first page, it's like, we can't have that. So like they literally do that just to make sure that the people that are
of course
the shit are okay.
I mean, it makes sense. Look, I mean,
that, right? Like who would ever think about it like that?
Well, yeah, I mean, when China should be in the Pro Wrestling Hall of Fame. She should be, but I get why she's not, because Triple H had said if we put her in and a kid Googles her, the first thing that comes up is a porn. You know what I mean? Like, we can't have that. Like,
it's crazy, right?
That's fucking wild.
The thinking that goes into it. Yeah.
That's amazing. That is. And is that like? Do you get like a? Hey, there she is.
Oh,
there she is. Do you get like? Are you in? Like, what happens if you're in the Pixar universe? That's another thing I want. Like, at any moment, could they call you? Like, hey, we want to put Cruz in this or that. Are you game? Yeah.
Yeah, you're kind of on hold. They'll never tell you if they're going to make another one. They'll never tell you what's coming up next.
Right.
Like after Cars 3 was out of theaters, I still kept getting a lot of work for Cruz. Like there's an amusement park ride at Disneyland Paris that has Cruz. So I had to go in and do the voice for Cruz. You know, it's like things like little things, advertising toys or new products or whatever. And you know, they just had a series on Disney Plus maybe like a year and a half ago or something. I went in to do Cruz for an episode, you know. So
yeah.
You know, just wait.
That's cool. Oh, that's fucking great though. That's dope. That's cool that you're like it.
It's cool, but like
how far into the lore do you get your? Because like if they ask me to, hey, you want to be the voice of like Ironhide in the next Transformers movie? I'd be like, well, what era of Ironhide are we talking about? You know, I would already know, like being like.
I have some notes. I have some notes on Ironhide. I think I need you to listen to. Would you be that guy, Jerry?
I would. I think
we're gonna move on.
Like, so do you pay attention to any of those wild ass theories where like every Pixar movie is connected? You know what I mean? Like, does that like do you edit, or is you just like, look, I'm happy to be a part of this, but I'm not gonna do any. Yeah.
Yeah. Somebody asked me once, like what was it? Like, do you think Cruz has car insurance or health insurance?
Right.
And I was just like, you're thinking too much, man.
Yeah.
like, honestly, like I just read the lines.
I love that this reminds me of a friend of the Ramble who we got to get back on, Tom Bissell, my friend Tom, who's a writer, and he wrote for video games, and he wrote the fourth Gears of War game, which was a prequel. Yeah. But okay, so in the Gears of War game, the main weapon they use is like a machine gun, but instead of a bayonet, it's like a chainsaw, which would be horribly impractical in an actual setting, but looks amazing in a video game. Looks cool as shit. And it kind of became like the lightsaber of the Gears of War universe, right? So it was kind of like... And this prequel, they were using that weapon, but in the lore of the world, that game took place like 10 years before that gun was invented. Yeah. So Tom was at Comic-Con, and he's never been asked to go back. And he's in a room full of nerds, and he's on the panel, and one guy raises his hand and goes, well, I'm just kind of curious as to why the chainsaw, I forgot what it's called, why that gun is in the game, because it wasn't invented until 10 years after the events of this game, so how could they be using it? And Tom thought he was going to crush. He thought this will get a big laugh, and he just leans into the mic and goes, you know that none of this is real, right?
He pulled a Shatner on SNL, right?
He did the Shatner Get a Life.
Get a life.
and it
all over. Oh
and Cristela, it bombs. Everyone's just like, "What do you mean it's not real?
It's real to me."
And then he looks over.
Read the room.
Read the room, Tom.
Read the room. Read the graphic novel room.
And then, yeah, read the and the producer of the game is in the corner like, shut the fuck up about it not being real.
It's easy. All you got to do is say something like, "Oh, actually, it was," and then people forgot about it. Maybe
right. We invented it later.
Another fucking world.
They love that.
It's another world. I've never gotten questions like that. Thank God.
Oh, could you imagine?
But I feel like I would have an answer for it.
You would just bullshit something, right? You just bullshit something.
And then I'd force Pixar to have to invent it and address it.
Right. But see, here's the difference. I'll give Tom, right. They have to make part 4 to back up your theory. Like,
I said it. I don't know.
But here's the one thing in defense of Tom is like, if someone's going to ask you a deep dive question about Cruise, they're probably going to be 10 or under. Right, this was like a 43-year-old man asking, complaining about the machine gun. That's the only thing where Tom was like, okay, what the fuck, dude? You're kidding, right?
But seriously, one of the worst, if not the worst answer you
at Comic-Con. Comic-Con.
You can't do
to
that.
To give it Comic-Con. That is the.
I mean, it's like saying like asking a question about Chewbacca, and it's like, there's a guy in it. Right?
Like, what the fuck?
It's like, sorry, what?
It's not a real language. He's just growling. It's not real.
The language.
It's not a real language.
He's just growling.
There, look. Now, whatever you want that to be, that's what it is.
Oh, fuck. Hey. Have you ever been to Comic-Con, Cristela? Have you done a Comic-Con?
I did Comic-Con. I did Comic-Con maybe like in 2018 or something like that. I was doing a sci-fi podcast.
Nice.
Bubble, and we went to go cover. We went to do a panel and stuff. And I remember, what's funny is that year. So I have been working on this like sci-fi Comic-Con idea for a while, and that Comic-Con made me want to do it even more because I had this idea when I was at another agency before I'm at before the where I'm at now.
Yeah.
And I had this idea, and literally nobody would read my fucking script.
Right.
And they would, and this is what 2008, 2009 or so.
Yeah.
They told me that they just didn't buy that I would know anything about cons and just anything nerdy and anything just because of the way I look. Like that's how backwards it was, right?
Wow.
So I went to Comic-Con.
Wow.
I went to the Comic-Con, right? And look, it's fun, it's fine and everything.
Yeah.
But we have way too many things there that are not Comic-Con related, and you're just like, you're like,
oh, the studios have turned it into a pitch session. It's
insane. It's insane, right? Because I like going to other cons, right?
The smaller ones are more fun.
The smaller ones are fun. But I remember I was there for the sci-fi podcast, and I posted where I was. I posted like a picture or something on Instagram, and I had all these like Latino nerds find me so that
awesome.
So that I could sign stuff for them. And
that's
then,
so
and
cool.
It was like this thing, and it wasn't even. I think like a couple actually had like a cruise thing.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
They just wanted me to sign anything, and it was this thing where I started thinking, let me try that again. And I posted my location. I want to say like 2 more times.
Yeah.
The time I was there, and people kept coming to ask me to sign something.
That's crazy.
And the feedback that I got from people, especially like Latinos, were that like a lot of the con is really crafted towards not like nerds of color, like geeks of like.
It never is. It's true.
Like when you have the chance to see someone, to have a character that isn't white, like invite them because they lose their shit because it's just so small. And when I got there, after I left that con, I'm like, I have to write this.
Yeah.
because it's just like it proved to me that, you know, for some reason, and I think, Jerry, we've talked about it. Like, I was a big nerd growing up, still am, and it was this thing where when I was a kid, it wasn't cool to be a nerd.
No, it wasn't. No, it was not.
Like, people would make fun of you. You were like,
we were all closeted nerds growing up.
Exactly.
I mean, I played sports, and I hid that I was a nerd.
Yeah, you know what I mean? And it's like, and it's this thing that then what happened as an adult, like years ago, then nerd became a culture.
Right.
And then, but it was basically like, you know, it was like what was it, like Nerdish shit or something like that?
Nerdist was kind of the first to make it mainstream to talk about it. Well, IGN, but like outside of IGN,
yes. But it was this thing where even so, as an adult, I still wasn't cool enough.
Of course,
a geek, because I didn't look like most others. So it's like that thing, especially like when you say that you like something, and everybody wants to fucking quiz you on everything that's ever existed about that thing. You know what I mean?
You can't wear a comic book T-shirt out without someone like, oh yeah, what about what's? And then you have to answer.
Yes, and you're just like, what the fuck do you win? Like, what do you win?
There's a guy at the Costco in Burbank who does that. If you wear a comic book T-shirt into the Costco, he's like, you walk the walk, you talk the talk, and then he's like starts asking you these questions like, I'm just trying to buy toilet paper.
You work at Costco. Who the fuck are you to grill me?
Leave me alone.
Get the fuck out of here.
Who's your favorite Green Lantern? I don't need to tell you who my favorite Green Lantern. Leave me alone.
We should flip that. Every time we see someone with like a Let's Go Brandon T-shirt, we should be like, all right, who's your favorite woman Trump raped? Come on, if you love Trump so much, who's your favorite one he raped? Come on, name it. Come on. Like, that's because Cristela and I guarantee, I don't remember, but I guarantee you one of the first conversations we had was either about Super Mario Brothers, pro wrestling, or you know what I mean? Like it was Santo. It was one of those. It was
Super Mario Brothers, and I remember that one of the first time we hung out, we were actually, you had an old school 80s Velcro wallet.
Yeah, still have them. Yeah.
I was like in love with it because I'm like,
that's right.
Wallets, and it was like that thing where we just like we bonded. I can't even remember what the wallet was. But
I think it was Indiana Jones. I think it had Indiana Jones on it.
Like, I was very impressed.
Thank you.
Very impressed about the wallet. You know, and I'm like, oh. This is my people, mi gente.
Yes, mi gente, big time. But you're very right in the sense that like
the geek stereotype is nerdy white guy.
The white guy.
That's what it is.
But and remember when one of the things, and like I think we need to, you should definitely do some kind of signing or something at Frankenson, just because like you walk in there and Frankenson is 90% Latino.
Yeah.
Not only the vendors, but the kids who are in there buying shit.
Yeah.
Frankenson, I mean, there's a reason there's like every Sunday a Raider from the 70s is there signing autographs. Like, it's very Latino.
They have the bones of Lyle Alzado in a cave.
It's corpse. Right next to the Ronald McDonald statue is Lyle Alzado.
You can sit next to him on the bench.
But like, yeah, we're very, there's not, it's weird that everyone forgets just how nerdy. Like, you know what the funniest thing is, and I thought one of the truest representations, and truest earliest representations that I really loved seeing as a kid was in La Bamba, and it was Richie's brother. Yeah. Remember, he was drawing Woody Woodpecker and shit. You know what I mean? Like he was a nerd. He was like a todo cholo but he was also a nerd. Like he was like, and I was like, oh my God, that's every one of my older cousins, right? Like they'll fight anybody, blah, 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 but they can name you every single guy on the G.I. Joe roster. They could, like they know every Transformer. Like it's really interesting how that.
It is a weird thing. The gatekeeping that comes when you like something by other people.
Yeah.
You don't understand. It's kind of what we were going back to like the Panasonic GameCube, right? It's like, you want to enjoy it, right? You want to enjoy the things that you fucking love.
Yes.
Logos. I love, by the way, there's a Pac-Man arcade cabinet Lego thing that's coming out. Like,
yeah, I saw that.
I'm getting it.
It's electronic.
Like, I'm getting it.
Does it play the game?
Yeah. In some way, the way the Mario thing sort of does on the Mario TV,
Wow.
you can move it up and down.
That's awesome.
But it's this thing where it's like, let fucking people love what they love.
Yep.
It's like we're not at the Olympic Games where you have to. Are you a gold medal nerd in Division Dungeons and Dragons? Here's your golden dice. Like, you know what I mean? Like, like let fucking people love it.
It's
like,
true.
Like I didn't have a lot of friends growing up. I loved the shit that I had, and it's like, let me fucking enjoy it.
Right.
Telling me that I'm not good enough to fucking love it. Guess what? I got the money to buy it.
Yeah, now I can buy, so fuck you. I'm going to love it. I'm going to love it no matter what you say. All right, so look, you have to go with us now to Toys versus Games. Are you down?
Let me know.
All right, because, that thing I told you about on June 3rd, that Saturday, it's not going to happen. It got canceled. The swap meet, I know. So maybe we do that instead. I don't know. Like, it's, or a weekday, because Eddie, you could do a weekday over there, right?
Yeah, I can do weekdays.
Weekday might be easier, obviously, too. I know for
less
you.
Traffic, I think.
Less traffic. So just let me know.
I would have to go at a decent time.
Yeah, let me know, because it's
I would totally do it.
You will love that play. Tony's a good dude. You would fucking love that joint.
We usually go early, like around 11.
Yeah, they open at 11. We usually try to get there at like 11 when Eddie and I have gone. Oh my God, I can't. Eddie, I just looking at Eddie. I remember Toys versus Games. Like, why the fuck have we not taken Cristela?
I texted you that last night. I was like, we have to go to TVG soon.
Yeah, we just call it TVG. That's how hip we are, and it's.
Actually, that is pretty fucking cool.
Now, Cristela, first of all, thank you so much for doing this. We also have a regular ramble. If you ever want to, so that we do like top 10 lists. Like, so let me tell you. So here's what we do on our regular podcast. Which kind of the same shit. We read emails from the listeners, and we do things called the Hall of Fame hat. So like in baseball, right? So like it all started with, I think it was the baseball players, when they went into the Hall of Fame, if you played for multiple teams, they would pick which team would be on their hat when they go in. So this Hall of Fame, it's Disney animated movie, not Pixar, but what Disney, if they go into the Hall of Fame, is it Little Mermaid? Is it Snow White? What do you and then it's open, close, encore Disney animated movie songs. That's what we do, an open, close, encore. We pick a band or something, and then we have a top 5, and this is going to be Disney villains, like animated movie villains. We rank them. If you want in on this, we tape on Tuesdays. You make your list. You join us, but I'm just saying. And then we can also do.
You sound like you're trying to sell me a timeshare.
I know. You can get out at any time. But real quick, before we have you plug anything, and I'm really sorry because this has been a really fun episode, but we have contractual obligations, Cristela. I'm so sorry, but just you don't have to take part in this, but it's a contractual thing, and we're kind of fucked.
I thought since Cristela's the guest, I usually ask the question to him, but I thought, Cristela, if you want to ask Skeletor a question,
Skeletor from Masters of the Universe, if you have anything you want,
anything you want to ask Skeletor, just ask away.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What do you think? What do you think about the 2024 presidential election?
Well, Cristela, that's a wonderful question, and I'm glad that you've asked me that. I think about it a long time. It's I started off being a MAGA again guy, Make America Great Again, and then Ronnie D has kind of he's won my heart over. A little bit. I'm not gonna lie. I came 7 times during his Twitter campaign announcement. 7 times. Not a record for the Big S. Not a record. But I came 7 times. But I just look. I'm gonna vote for whoever promises to clean up the largest and dirtiest and smelliest part of Eternia. And that's He-Man's mother's pussy! You get it? Huh? You didn't think I'd go there, huh, fellas?
You're so right that Skeletor had that voice.
Thank you.
It was very grand.
Very grand.
Very grand.
And he has something. He has an issue with He-Man's mother
and her vagina. Everything goes.
We don't know why, but everything comes back to that.
Well, Eddie, it's like the Hollywood sign. That's all I see when I look out my fucking window. That big, giant, disgusting pussy.
All right.
And Cristela, the bad part is normally Cody has to follow that and plug his thing. So Cody, I'm really sorry that.
Okay.
Hey, I just fucked a 95-year-old woman to death. Follow that, Cody!
Wow.
See? Jesus.
Sorry, Cody.
Sorry, Cody.
All right.
She liked it.
Okay,
Yeah,
there it is.
we figured.
Okay.
Thanks.
Oh, boy.
Cinesnob Cody on Twitter is where you can find me. Cinesnob Podcast. We are celebrating the 9th anniversary of the Cinesnob Podcast.
Wow.
Hey!
We're covering The Little Mermaid. We are covering You Hurt My Feelings, my favorite movie out of Sundance, actually. I really like that. And leave us a review, rating, all that good stuff.
How's Little Mermaid? Have you seen it?
I haven't seen it. I skipped the screening last night. But
And Cristela, we're trying to push Cody to get Cinesnob on Rotten Tomatoes because there's some
Two reasons. Two reasons.
2 reasons.
One,
Crocodile Dundee 2 is lower rated than Crocodile Dundee 3. And that's
can you believe that?
That's a travesty.
No way.
Yes, so we need Cody to fix that, and
We
and
need
then,
to get that rectified.
And then the other one's for Skeletor because it's his favorite movie. But
I am sick and tired of Loquisha being at 0%.
Yeah.
So we got to get Loquisha.
The film Loquisha is at 0% on Rotten Tomatoes.
So we need to fix that. Skeletor's favorite movie. So
Well, okay, it's a tie between Loquisha and the movie where Christian Slater has the heart of an orangutan or whatever. You remember that one?
oh
He
god,
catches the
there we
hockey
go.
puck. He catches the hockey
right.
puck. Right.
Catches the hot right Skeletor.
I
That's
had
right.
no idea Skeletor knew so much about cinema.
I know.
He's a cinephile. He's a
He
cinephile.
really is. He's oh.
By Skeletor.
Eddie, where can all the fine folk find you? buddy?
5 days a week on patreon.com, the Ralph Report with Ralph Garman. And then Tuesdays, Fridays, I'm here on Ramble Radio, and Wednesdays, Ramble Proper.
And you can find me in the same ramble places you can find these gentlemen. Also, I'm on Twitch, twitch.tv/RetroRocha. Cristela, get on it, man. You should do Twitch. You would love it. You would have so much fun.
I know. I need to, but it's like, do I want to add another thing?
I know. That's true.
want to add
That's
another
true.
thing.
I'm also on YouTube. Check out my YouTube channel.
I'm playing Zelda right now, and I feel like I have a home improvement project going on. But you know what I mean? Do I want to do that?
Now I gotta fix the goddamn garage door. You know, yeah. Like that's-
Feeling is leaking. Let me fucking just patch the logs.
All right, so I've already, of course, Middle Classy on Netflix right now. Cristela she'll be coming to a city near you soon, I'm sure. Anything else you want to plug? Go for it.
Well, look, summer's coming. I'm taking pretty much all of summer off.
Nice.
I have shows coming up. CristelaAlonzo.com. I'm on Instagram and Twitter reluctantly, but I kind of love the shit show. That's it.
Oh, I guess out of the kindness of his heart and since he's so fair, I'm sure Elon Musk gave a Latina woman the free check, right? I'm sure he gifted that to you since he's such a...
Absolutely.
Even. It's all equal, right? We're all the same.
Oh.
Well, you know where to find us. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you again, Cristela. Hey, real quick, stick around when we're done recording because I have a small bit of chisme for you. Just a
all
poquito.
day.
All right, so stay safe. We love you guys. Take care, everybody. Bye.